So, I'm at Durleigh Reservoir in Somerset. It's about 45 minutes away from me, and could try and catch a fish. Don't really know what else to say. Been doing a lot of sort of reservoir fishing recently down at Chard Reservoir, and this is just a nice place to come for a day session. You can often get 2-3 bites. It's a good place. They've actually just allowed bait boats on here because they do that in the winter, which personally I think is a little bit silly. Just seen one show up back there, but it's not my reservoir, it's not my choice, is it? So what I've done is I've turned up and put 3 single hook baits out, because that's what I like doing. I like getting them out there quickly. So I've got 3 single hook baits out there, and leave them out there for a little bit, and in a minute I will get my spawn rod out and I'll pretty much find an area. What I've been told is this swim's fairly uniform in depth, so I'm not actually too worried about sort of a spot. He said it's fairly flat and you can find a nice area fairly easily. So that's all I'm going for, really. I'm not too fussed about what I fish over. I know I'm fishing over good bait, so that's all that really matters to me. Yeah, just thought I'd do a little video because quite frankly I've got nothing else to do. So game plan will be find an area at a comfortable range, because it's not overly windy today, but it's not like it's not flat calm either. It doesn't look like a heavy wind, but I think it's coming in again later. Yesterday it was good conditions for down here, and I just couldn't make it. I think there's only one swim free because you book online, so it's one of them. But I'll hit a marker float out, and then I'll get some bait out of there, and I'll show you what bait I'm using and all of that. Spom or something, I don't know. Seagull upside down. But it's a spawn making spot. No, I'll find my spawn rod out there, find a nice little spot, and then let you know. Sound. Well, I smashed out a load of bait, got all of my bait out, spread them from there, aiming at that big group of trees out there. It's actually towards my mate's water next door, but it's not a problem. And I've gone to put my fishing rods out. What's going on here doing, mate? How the fuck am I meant to put a rod out in this? Dear. Not a lot I can do though, got all my rods ready and everything. That one there, I'm going to switch to a solid bag, because it's always a bit sort of touch and go, and I'd rather be catching bream all day than sitting behind 3 rods on a spot that's not doing nothing. But get on, boy. Haven't caught anything. I've had a bream, that'll do. So it's now 3 o'clock. Nothing's happened. I've had a bream. I found a spot at sort of 27 wraps. It was a real nice spot, and this weather is the reason why I haven't done nothing, because you won't be able to hear me the whole time, but I found gaps in the weather to be able to put like 2-3 more spawns up. I've got through most of my bait, even though I haven't had a lot, but I never bring enough bait. I'd be happy with a fish today, so I bring enough for 2 fish, because I think that's when you're going to be happy. So I've done that. I've got the rods out and everything. Rods are looking sweet. So I'm casting from where those swans are. I'm fishing, so you've got the big set of trees at the back there above my finger, and then I'm sort of going left hand rod on the edge of that little set of trees, middle rod sort of on that flat bit, and then the right hand rod is on the top of those trees. and I'm sort of just aiming to go down that, and all my spoms have sort of gone slightly either side because there's such a big wind, like such a big westerly wind. No, east southeasterly I think this is, but it's blowing easterly for a couple of days now, so there's going to be a lot of tow. So I sort of just let it be really, and just sort of been spomming all over my left hand rod, because I don't feel like in this amount of tow for 18mm boilies it's really going to drag them too far, so I'm not too worried about that. But I'm just going in with 18mm bottom baits, and on one rod I've got a 16mm orange topper. On the other rod I'm just fishing a standard 14mm wafter, because I often feel like there's so much bait out there. Sometimes a smaller boilie will pick up a bigger fish. And my left hand rod is on an 18mm bottom bait and a 12mm pink topper. And all I'll do is I'll wait until I get a bite, and then I'll just switch them all onto the same thing, put them all back out there on the money, and then I'll keep spotting, pretty much to try and hold them on me. But for now, happy where I am and confident. It's often a case of last light bites, so I've got to be off the res today by 6:30, so it'll literally be a case of last bit of kits going on the barrow at sort of 6:25, reel the rods in and get out, because once you're at the car park you can load up your barrow and stuff on the road, so that's not a problem. That's all what I've done. But if not, it's been a good day anyway. I feel like I've learnt a lot more, because I'm still, although I've been doing a lot of distance fishing down at a charred reservoir, you still learn every time you're fishing. There's no one can say anything different, so happy with that. Rods are looking sweet, just got to catch one I suppose. I'll have a nice £20 common I think. But I spoke to my mate as well. My mate's fishing over here somewhere along that bank, I can't really see, but he hasn't had nothing. I don't think anyone's had anything so far. There's a couple of boys up to the left of me and a couple of boys down to the right of me, and I've been sort of keeping my eye out as much as I can. No one's had nothing, but best believe I will hopefully catch one. But yeah, I've literally just been sat in the waders in my bivvy most of the day, huddled up, scared, but be right. Just gotta wait to get one now. Fingers crossed, eh? Just quickly wound in my right hand rod just to make it sure it's fresh again. And currently can't cast out because all of these swans out there, I don't want them to take off or anything and hook one, so I thought I'd just give you a quick run through of what I'm using. I'm using the Avid Amplify rods. Swear by these, they are such a good rod for the price. I cannot recommend them more to anyone else. Then I've got Dial Crosscast 45. These are banging. If you want to buy the Evelyn's or the Beziers, just you can't have the money for them, just buy one of these. They're literally bulletproof. The only thing is the clutch can get a little bit sticky, but I've never had a problem. Shock leader, got about a rod length and a half of it. This is the Corda armour cord at £30, and I've got probably about 2.5 foot of lead core. That's spliced onto a mini heli safe. 4.2 Snelly's leads. Just a quick little thing about these, I've been fishing for Jason now. Jason Snell it is, it's his business. I've been fishing for him now just over a year, coming up to a year, and honestly I love them. Used them all down at the club lake and everywhere I've taken them. They're so good for the price. They're 80p. He does all sorts of camos, I've got all sorts of selection. He does, honestly, he'll do everything. He made me some inlines before I asked him, and bought him hold and everything like that. So he's done them, they're pretty good. And then I've got a small hook bait on this, just because I feel like I'm not too worried about catching bream a lot, and I'm going to have more confidence in catching a carp. So that's what I've got on. But yeah, that's the tools I'm using. I'm using Fox RX Pluses, just because good bite indication all year round. Don't know why I said that, but all year round I will get good bite indication. But I'm going to wrap this rod up, and then I will fire it out to the spot, and fingers crossed catch a unit. Look at that, bit of Swanage bumhole. Good at that, boy. First try that one.
chunk.
There you go. Lovely Durleigh Reservoir mirror carp. 24-1. Absolute banger. Get some stills and then slip it back. Okay, one last look. Thick as anything. You can put a saddle on that thing. Easily. It looks like a sturgeon from that, mate. Lovely job. Just give her a moment. So, obviously, I've had a bite. Middle rod's gone. And it's kited right, like, just it literally as soon as I picked it up, didn't take line. I couldn't gain any line. It's just kited tight, real tight on the right, like swung right into my mate's him next door. So there's in between me and him. There's a load of these sort. It's like I don't know the proper word for it, but it's like really sticky weeds. Things. There's all of this, man. All of this over here. So obviously I couldn't just obviously walk and wade down there because obviously a massive concrete pillar as well. So I've had to play it down because obviously hold my rod right up and play it around there, like real high, and then jump over this thing, like go through it, and then play it in sort of out in here. My mate hopefully got a little bit of footage of me playing it. But yeah, it went 24 1 ounces and I'm buzzing with it, but still slicking up out there. So fingers crossed I can get another one. But we best see, I suppose. But yeah, buzzing with that fish. It's literally like so sick. It's quite funny. Yeah, all of these fish now that I'm catching are sort of 24 pound anywhere I go. Sort of 24, 25 pound. I will not get anything over 26. So yeah, all boshing up in the bird eye out long. Well out there, like. But you'll see them. You see them just bosh all the way down, and you can have one. But it's not bad for October, even though it's autumn big fish season. I have run out of bait though, so next time I wish I had a lot more bait with me. But oh well, I've had one, so like I say, I'm happy now, and I've got enough bait out there to catch another if it comes over me. So fingers crossed, eh? Oh well, that's in the water, ready to go. Got an hour left of the day, and then it'll be packing up. So I'll actually whip the rods in and jog on. But yeah, lovely times. Look at that for sunset as well, boy. Happy boy.